Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is your host, Sheila Maloney, and Bruce Smith, our sound technician, inviting you to 2 hours of Irish music, news, and announcements on the Detroit Irish Radio at 𝐶RBradio.com. The call-in number is 313-942-0159 for those of you who have requests and news to share. I might also want to add we have Aoife Maloney as our backup, and we have some of the DEMA people arriving as we speak, so we might have some live music here. Also, we have Tim Fix behind the bar. If anybody might be a little thirsty this afternoon, Tim's at the ready. Oh, we already have somebody grabbing their throat. Also, Tim's in a bit of he's a holy roller tonight. I brought him back some holy water from Knox, so he's up at the bar. He's blessed. He's all ready to go. So if you want to come down and check out the live music today, there'll be a session. If you'd like to come in, Tim is a master behind the bar. He loves to make up concoctions, so it could have a name on it. He's known to make fruits and vegetables.
Way to put him on the spot there.
Yeah, I didn't see any fruits and vegetables now I think about it. That VeggieTales was already taken, isn't it, right? But he has boozy VeggieTales. Alrighty, so let's get back to the script before I get off too far. This show can also be heard on Gaelic League of Detroit.org website, where you will find the CRB logo, or the 𝐶RBradio.com Studio 2. You can also listen to the show as it's being broadcast from that link, or click on the archive titles to listen to the previous shows. Also become a friend of Detroit Irish Radio and listen to the shows after they air at any time. So we do welcome you here today. I have a long list of music. Bruce told me I have too much. Let's see what we can get to. But for those of you who do know me, you know I have very little planned. I'm sure I have Bruce pulling his hair out by the way I was giving him music last night, and I walked into the show today and changed it up and gave him some more. So.
I'm here, so it wasn't that bad.
He hasn't quit yet. Alrighty, so what did we say? We're going to go right into some music here, and we're going to hear Tipperary on My Mind by Mac and O, and then we'll hear Four Green Fields by the High Kings.
Well, hello friend, you're welcome here tonight. I was just thinking about home, and I could use some company, alright. Sometimes it's hard to be alone. You may say I live a memory that I might seek and never find. But maybe that is how it's meant to be. But I have something on my mind. I'm living here in New York City now, and I get lonesome now and then. I'm dreaming one day life will carry me to Tipperary once again. The dream gets stronger with each passing day, for love of what I left behind. These city lights can dim the memory of Tipperary on my mind. Manhattan's tall, but not like Baltimore. Big city strangers pass you by. There is no place on earth like home, sweet home, and out of sight's not out of mind. I'm living here in New York City now, and I get lonesome now and then. I'm dreaming one day life will carry me Tipperary once again. The dream gets stronger with each passing day, for love of what I left behind. These city lights can dim the memory of Tipperary on my mind. These city lights can dim the memory of Tipperary on my mind. On my mind.
What did I have? Said the fine old woman. What did I have? This proud old woman did say I had 4 green fields. Each one was a jewel, but strangers came and tried to take them from me. I had 5 strong sons. They fought to save my jewels. They fought and died, and that was my grief, said she. Long time ago, said the fine old woman. Long time ago, this proud old woman did say there was war and death, plundering and pillage. My children starved by mountain, valley and sea, and their wailing cries, they shook the very heavens. My 4 green fields ran red with their blood, said she. What have I now? Said the fine old woman. What have I now? This proud old woman did say I have 4 green fields. One of them's in bondage in strangers' hands, who tried to take it from me. But my sons have sons as brave as were their fathers. My 4 green field will bloom once again, said she.
All right, we're back, and we have our first call-in, and we have Father Brendan on the phone.
How are you, Sheila?
Oh, there
How's
we
it
are.
going today?
It's, it's starting out okay. but the headphones are falling off, so I don't know
Well,
if I'm
you
going to
can
be able to
Oh
do
my
this.
God.
Small head.
You have a smaller head than Kathleen. That's
I
all
don't-
we can say about that.
I don't know if I'm shouting at you or not, so bear with me. I'm sorry. Bruce is talking about the levels. And
You're okay.
I'm good.
You're okay.
So what would you like to inform us about? Because we have another
Well-
Sligo man who's waiting to call in as well. This is going to be the Sligo
Oh.
hour, I think.
Another Sligo man on the call. Oh well, we won't hold up. We won't hold up the man from Tullastrand too long. But no, I just wanted to say, wishing you well. If I don't see you all before St. Patrick's Day, to wish you all the very best, and please God, we'll be talking before then. But all is going well here with the Palatines, and everything is great. All I wanted to say is hope everyone is keeping safe and warm, because this old weather is up and down. Michigan weather is a little bit up and down all the time. So that's one of the things. Just wish everyone all the best.
and
And
your next fundraiser is in April, correct?
it certainly is. The next fundraiser is April the 21st. It's on the birthday of St. Vincent Pallotti.
Oh, timing's everything.
Yeah. Timing is everything. We're having it here on the Knights of Columbus in 𝐿𝐴. And that night we're going to give away $3,500 cash first prize.
Sounds like a winner.
Sounds like a winner. So everyone needs to see if they can get in there ahead of the closing date.
Oh, yes.
And
So
maybe get a
for
ticket
those-
or two for a good cause.
For those who can't attend, they can buy raffle tickets.
Raffle tickets can be bought well in advance, and yes, they're open. And Brother Faustino is delighted to, or Pam will help people out too, so that they can get as many tickets as they wish.
All right. So could you give us a phone number in case anybody wants to contact you?
Yeah, it's 734-285-2966.
So again, that's for the.
That's the Palatine office.
All right. So that anything they need, they can get at that number. But
Anything they need, they can get at that number. And I was just talking with Brian Dunleavy during the week, and he himself and Marty have organised our golf outing for the 2nd of June.
okay, mark your calendars, everybody. There'll be a lot of
Mark
talk.
your calendars, 2nd of June, and it's at Warren Valley.
Okay. All right. I'm not a
Yeah, so
golfer,
that's-
so I just agree with everything. Yeah, I'm not a golfer.
Well, there's time for golfers, but also there's time for people who want to come and eat a little bit as well. So it's a kind of a dual day out.
Okay, I'm an eater.
Good. Yes.
All righty. Well,
Gatherings with food is always enjoyable.
yeah, it is. So, as I said, we have another phone in coming soon, so I'm going to let you go. But is there anything you'd like to part with? Did you have any words of the wise?
Just ask
or-
the Lord to keep you all safe and protect you all, and looking forward to having a wonderful celebration for Kevin Murphy as the Grand Marshal coming up in it's only a week's time, isn't it?
Yes.
So that'll be a wonderful, wonderful day.
All right. Well, we look forward to seeing you at the events in the next few weeks. And okay. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Sheila, for
Yeah,
everything.
I'm thinking of too many things at one time. So yes, hopefully we'll see y'all soon.
God bless you and take care.
Okay. Thank you. So as we get our next call-in ready, we're going to add Porrick. Are you there?
Hold on.
Oh, well, no, we could give him a break. Or are we there? Porrick?
No?
No? Okay. Well, then we'll play the next two songs as we line him up. See? Live. You never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, never.
Okay. So the next two songs we're going to play, we're going to hear Beautiful Meath by Derek McCormick, and then we're going to go into Take Me Home to Mayo by the Dublin City Ramblers. And I'm going to send out this Beautiful Meath.
Here he is.
Oh. Back it up. Here we go. Porrick, are you there? Porrick?
Oh, it's still calling him.
Okay.
Answer.
Hello?
There you are.
Are you-
Yeah, Bruce,
You're on the air. You're on the air. So watch what you say.
am I on live, Sheila?
You are on
You're
live.
live.
All right, well, anyhow, first and foremost, Kathleen and Dan are taking a well-deserved break, and being in Ireland for St. Patrick's Day will be a great occasion for them. And in her absence, I'd just like to, personally acknowledge her fantastic contributions to the Irish community over the last number of years. I think she's entering her 27th year of of broadcasting or hosting the show, I should say, and what an important link to the community and sharing news and events and so on. So I just want to mention that before we talk about anything else. Just to put it in perspective, she might like to hear this. She's actually been broadcasting since Bill Clinton was president, so that's been quite a while.
Well, I just want to add in there that I only do the show once every 6 months or so, and it takes so much. It's fun, but it takes so much to do. And so I can't give her enough praise. The amount that she does do. Talk about well-deserved break. It certainly is. I hope. We understand she's listening from Ireland. I hope she's listening from a pub or a restaurant or something. I hope she's out and enjoying it and just has on an earbud or something. But yes, she does so much all the time, and it's a lot of work, and I don't know if anybody, it's not just picking out songs, because she themes it and she tries to include everybody, and I can't sing enough of her praises, really, and just doing this, it really shows you how much it does take.
Well, it's keeping, as I say, a continuum for all of us in Southeast Michigan over the years. There was a time when we didn't have so many ways to communicate, and we relied on Kathleen's show for all the local news. So anyhow, well, Sheila, as you know, I call in to the show every few weeks to give you updates on Gaelic sports and results and so on. And usually in early March, there isn't much to report. But with the shortened county season, remember the All Ireland final will be in July. With the shortened county season, each week has a large amount of games going on. And some teams trying to get promoted, others trying to avoid relegation. And yesterday in County Derry, that's in Celtic Park in County Derry, there was a sold-out crowd for the hosts. The hosts welcomed Dublin into their home grounds. Now, just remember, 3 years ago, Dublin had won 6 All-Ireland finals in a row and were simply unbeatable. And recently, however, they've fallen off their perch somewhat. On the other hand, Derry had been in Division 4 just 3 years ago, which is the bottom division. That was a big embarrassment to a county with some of the most die-hard supporters in the country. So yesterday, Dublin going into Derry was a big game. Most likely the winner would be a favourite to get promoted up into the highest division in Division 1. So if you have that little clip that I sent, Sheila, and just the last minute of the game between Derry and Dublin yesterday.
Tuscan, 12,077 people standing on their feet right now. Brendan Rodgers trying to work into a scoreable position. They have it. There's a chance. The Dubs are beaten perhaps, and Brendan Rodgers has secured victory. Look at the crowd. They're delighted. Brendan Rodgers, these brilliant, incisive runs causing problems, and Dublin are beaten at the death.
Yes, thanks for rubbing that in.
Let's not talk about this.
Yeah.
We don't need to talk about this.
Yeah, can you hear Aoife? She actually, when we were driving down here, she said, we're not going to talk about that.
Well, Sheila, just before I go on, this is my opportunity to jump ship. You can jump off the Dublin ship onto the Sligo.
Oh, no.
Just putting it out there. Anyhow, there was a sold-out crowd of over 12,000 there in Celtic Park in Derry yesterday. And it was really a breakout moment for knowing that their county has returned to an elite level. They've also shown that they will be a force in the upcoming Ulster Championship. I suppose for neutral GAA supporters, there's almost a sigh of relief that the Dublin dominance of Gaelic football has been broken, at least for now. Their former manager, Jim Gavin, had them in firm control of winning everything there for about 6 years. And seeing that Dublin have the biggest pick of the largest population in Ireland, it really wasn't a positive for Gaelic football as a whole that they were winning so much. So in other games yesterday, there were wins for Tyrone, Galway, Sligo, Mayo, Cork, Wicklow and Offaly. So you had a little bit of a win in there, Sheila, with Mayo winning.
And Sligo. Remember, we share
Well,
a
there you
nephew.
go.
Although he's not on the team right now, but we share nieces and nephews, and so Sligo. My grandparents were from Sligo.
Well, actually, no. I still got a nephew on the team, as it turns out.
You
He's
do?
Eddie McGuinness.
Yes, that is not our shared nephew. For those of you who are listening, Porrick and I share nieces and nephews. Not them all, just a few.
Well, actually, for the listeners, Sheila, they may not have known. The last time I saw you was actually in Sligo about a month ago. We were at your and my niece's wedding. So myself and Sheila and Stephen and the family, we had a couple of very, very, well, more than a few days, but a few great days at the wedding. So they were great memories.
Oh, so I was just telling Bruce about it. That was a fantastic wedding. From
It was.
the singer in the church, I was so amazed at how well she sang. Those old churches are kind of echoey, and she was just fabulous. Right down to the entertainment at the wedding. Oh, it was such a great day. And then again the next day in the pub in Tullastrand, day 2. Oh, I mean, there was just so much going on. The liver can only take so much.
Well, talking about music, I usually have provided or suggest a little bit of music, and there are many instances of international pop stars joining Irish musicians over the years, and today we have another example of that. This is a song that I just heard recently, even though it was recorded some time ago. It features American music icon James Taylor with Waterford-born Karen Casey. James Taylor is a 6-time Grammy Award winner. In fact, one of the best-selling music artists of all time. Sold over 100 million records worldwide. On the other hand, Karen Casey is a highly regarded singer in her own right. She was a member of Solace for many years, and played in places like Carnegie Hall and so on. So you would expect that if James Taylor and Karen Casey got together for some music, it would be something special, and it is. So it's Karen Casey and James Taylor with the song "The King's Shilling." And just to give you a little background, to take the King's Shilling in those days was to agree to serve as a sailor or a soldier in the Royal Navy or the British Army. A shilling actually was a coin that we grew up with. Using before the decimal days. A shilling was worth about 1/20th of a pound. So a little bit of trivia, Sheila. Good to hear you on the show, and big regards to Kathleen and Dan if they're listening in Ireland.
All right. Thank you, Porrick. Thanks for calling in. We appreciate your input, and we're going to listen to that song right now. Chat to you later.
Thanks. Bye-bye now.
Okay, bye.
Oh, my love has left me with bare wounds torn, and that's the last of him I ever saw. He joined the army and marched to war. He took the shilling, and he's off to war. Come, laddies, come, hear the cannon roar. Take the King's shilling and you're off to war.
Well, did he look as he marched along, with his kilt and sporran and his musket gun? The ladies tipped him as he marched along. He sailed out by the gloomy lawn.
Pipes did play as he marched along, and the soldiers sang out a battle song. March on, cried the captain gay, for king and country, we will fight today. Come, laddies, come, hear the cannon roar. Take the King's shilling and you're off to war. Trows it beat all the cannons roll, and the shilling little seem, oh, the shilling didn't seem much worth the whole.
Well, the men they fought and the men did fall, cut down by bayonet and musket ball. Many of these brave young men would never fight for the king again.
Laddies, come, hear the cannon roll, take the king's shilling and the dying roll. Oh, laddies, come, hear the cannon roll, take the king's shilling and the dying roll. Laddies, come, hear the cannon roll, take the king's shilling and the dying roll. Dying roll, dying roll, la-dee-da,
Laddies come,
la-da-dee-da.
All right, well, thank you, Porrick, for that contribution to the show. That's something I'm sure a lot of us never heard before. But we are going to go back into some other music I started to introduce, so I want to do that before I forget, because I'll move on to the next 20 things. So we were going to play Beautiful Meath by Derek McCormick and Take Me Home to Mayo by the Dublin City Ramblers. I guess these go out to my family, to my husband, my mother-in-law, which I never got the pleasure to meet because she died when my husband was young. Her birthday was the other day, and she was from Meath. So we want to play Beautiful Meath for Evelyn Maloney, R.I.P. And then she ended up marrying her husband, Tommy, and they moved back to Mayo. So Take Me Home to Mayo is just a song that my husband will randomly blurt out for no reason every once in a while. So we're going to listen to those two songs and dedicate it to my family.
I've travelled many counties in Ireland, but there's still one I'm longing to see. It has been a part of my homeland, and it brings back fond memories to me, where I wandered alone in my childhood, reviewing the sights I have seen. As I walk through the parks and the forests, round the beautiful county of Meath. Oh, beautiful Meath, you've got all that I need. Your rivers, they flow with delight. Your fields are so green, there's plains to be seen, and your towns are so gay and so bright. Fishing down on the Boyne, I remember the time you would think it was all just a dream. And wherever you roam, there's no place like home, and the beautiful county of Meath. I've seen its beautiful castles, and its history I've learned so well. I've read of the high kings of Tara, and the wonderful book of Kells. The hill of Slane still remembers St. Patrick. He lit a fire for the people to see, where he brought love and kindness to Ireland, and the beautiful county of Meath. Oh, beautiful Meath, you've got all that I need. Your rivers, they flow with delight. Your fields are so green, there's plains to be seen, and your towns are so gay and so bright. Fishing down on the Boyne, I remember the time. You would think it was all just a dream. And wherever you roam, there's no place like home, and the beautiful county of Meath. Oh, beautiful Meath, you've got all that I need. Your rivers, they flow with delight. Your fields are so green, there's plains to be seen, and your towns are so gay and so bright. Fishing down on the Boyne, I remember the time. You would think it was all just a dream. And wherever you roam, there's no place like home, and the beautiful county of Meath.
Take me home to Mayo, across the Irish Sea, home to dear old Mayo, where once I roamed so free. Take me home to Mayo, there let my body lie. Home at last in Mayo, beneath an Irish sky. My name is 𝐼𝐸𝐿, from Ballina I came, and I saw my people suffering, and swore to break the chain. I raised the flag in England, prepared to fight or die. Far away from Mayo, beneath an Irish sky. Take me home to Mayo, across the Irish Sea, home to dear old Mayo, where once I roamed so free. Take me home to Mayo, there let my body lie. Home at last in Mayo, beneath an Irish sky. My body cold and hungry, in Parkhurst jail I lie. For the loving of my country, on hunger strike I'll die. I have but one last longing, and I'll pray you'll not deny. That's to bury me in Mayo, beneath an Irish sky. Take me home to Mayo, across the Irish Sea, home to dear old Mayo, where once I roamed so free. Take me home to Mayo, there let my body lie. Home at last in Mayo, beneath an Irish sky.
Okay, this is my question. Bruce, we have a secret call-in, and Bruce is already interviewing her. It's Kathleen from a secret location in Dublin. Could you please tell us where your location?
Actually, is that song already ended?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Are you on a
Because
delay?
I am in a delay, so let me.
I told you about that, Kathleen.
I know I should know better, right? But I just wanted to say thank you to all of you that have wished me a very happy birthday. And oh my goodness, I got blown away with all those compliments earlier in the program. But it is a real pleasure to be a part of Detroit Irish Radio. And I say that because it's not just me. I want to thank you, Bruce and Bruce Smith, Sheila Maloney, Mary Bongiorno, Father Brendan, Pork Egan. All of you contribute in many ways, and of course Angela Ryan, who will be on the next few Sundays. But we are up in Killiney, right outside of Dalkey. We went down to Dalkey yesterday. It was wonderful on my birthday, and roaming through the town and having a nice meal. It was another story coming up the hill. So today, we took the bus. We went into Dunleary and roamed through People's Park and the farmers market there. And then I went off to church, St. Michael's, and then we hopped on the dart train and went to, where did we go? Oh, Slattery's. That was one of our fun spots in the past, and had a wonderful pot roast dinner. And then walked up through Temple Bar and kind of wandered around. We actually were in Dublin for 6 hours, so it was a fun, partially sunny day. And we look forward to, we're going to be going into the city center or taking day trips from Dublin. But we're in this nice little apartment, and it's been fun so far. Thrilled that we got out, that our flight wasn't canceled on Friday.
Yeah, you got out in time.
Yeah,
They were yeah, they were de-icing the plane a lot, and I thought, oh dear, I've never experienced that, but all's good. And let's see. Oh, and one of the other things I was going to start off by saying, I'm the temporary roving international reporter or correspondent, but the one and only Alfie Dean and I are hopefully meeting up along with Dan later this week. So I should be having more news for you. Not next Sunday. I'm going to. Sheila, I'm looking forward to all the songs that are posted that you're going to play from your just recent trip to Ireland, and I hope to bring some more back that are different than what you have, okay?
All right, we're looking forward to it.
Yeah, and you're doing a fabulous job. It sounds wonderful through the internet, and I'm looking forward to going back and catching the first part because I didn't have my computer set up right. But thanks for doing this, Sheila and Bruce and Mary Bongiorno, for making it all get online. We'll talk to you soon, okay?
Right.
And thanks
Kathleen.
again to all our listeners, all of you that have wished me a happy birthday. It couldn't be any happier. My husband's in the background saying, yeah, so it's time for me to go.
Well, you and Dan have a fantastic trip, and just be careful out there, and bring back some great stories for us, okay?
Oh, yeah, hopefully we will.
Yeah, be working on that.
We'll be here for St. Patrick's Day, so we'll tell you what it's like in Dublin on St. Patrick's Day as well, okay?
Okay. We look forward to it.
Take care. God bless. Thanks for taking my call. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. Well, like she said, she's kind of doing the job that I used to sometimes do. When I'd be over in Ireland, I'd phone over and try to say some things that are going on around town, what the weather's like, maybe the price of a pint. I forgot to ask her that.
She's our foreign correspondent.
At the moment. Well, oh, it looks good on the resume. But speaking of Detroit Irish Radio, prior to this show, that's probably why I am involved, is my father used to co-host a show. For those of you who were around a long time, my father used to co-host a show with Chris Murray called The Irish Fireside Show. So with my just recent trip to Ireland, and as she said, I brought some CDs back or what have you. One of the CDs I brought back was Sean Dunphy. He was somebody who used to play here in the late 70s, early 80s. And actually he represented Ireland in the Eurovision Song Contest, which will come up later in the show. We have a song that was representation for Ireland one year. But anywho, let's get back to the subject here. So, oh yeah, I'm screaming because I still have these earphones on. So I brought this CD back to my mom, and we were playing it in the house, and my mom just happened to say, well, what's on these tapes? So we pulled out these tapes, and it was the last show of the Detroit Irish radio show, the Fireside Show, the Detroit Fireside Show. And Dad hosted it alone because Chris, the festival was also on. And we're not sure of the year, and so if anybody can help me find out what year that was, we're just not sure of the year. But I listened to most of the tape, not all of it, and of course Dad played a Sean Dunphy song, because Dad loved Sean Dunphy. But I remember going to the show with Dad and Chris, and they would just go in with the albums under their arms, and they just kind of go, here, this is what we're playing, and I used to sit in the thing, or they used to give us money, and we'd go, there was a vending machine, and then we'd run up and down the stairs. I got my cardio in back then. I guess it prepared me for my job later on in life. But anyways, I was listening to this. I just think I do the show much like my dad. My dad was just like, well, okay, that's it. Next. So I'm as prepared as he is. But thinking of that, we were going to go back and we were going to play a song that I remember listening to at the radio show. And there was a time where Dad and Chris doing the show used to say, look, we can't play this song every week. People used to request it all the time. It's a very beautiful thing. It's a father talking to his daughter in his sleep. It used to make me cry all the time. I've gotten over the crying. But anyways, then we're going to play Your Wedding Day. So I guess spring is coming, and a lot of weddings are coming up, as Porrick and I were just talking about. We just came back from Ireland from a beautiful wedding of our niece, Aisling Egan, to her wonderful new husband, Tony Taylor. So just love is in the air, I guess. And so we want to play to a Sleeping Beauty by Sean Dunphy, and then Your Wedding Day by Ann Williamson.
Dear daughter, I tiptoed in your room tonight, and I looked down at you smiling in your sleep. Oh, you were so lovely, my heart nearly broke. And I thought how very much like Sleeping Beauty a little girl is. When I tuck you in at night, I never know how old you'll be when you wake. One evening you'll crawl on your daddy's lap and throw your arms around his neck. And the next morning you might be much too old for that sort of thing. You're so quickly approaching the awkward age, too young to drive the car, and yet too old to be carried into the house, half asleep on Daddy's shoulder. I have a secret I never told you, Sleeping Beauty. You're going on a very exciting trip. You'll travel from yesterday all the way to tomorrow. It's a rapid journey, and you'll travel light, leaving behind you measles, mumps, freckles, bumps, bubblegum, and me. I promise not to feel too hurt when you discover that the world is more important than your daddy's lap. Yesterday you were Blue Jean and Pigtail, the neighborhood's best tree climber. Tomorrow you'll be Blue Organdy and Ponytail, and you'll view the world from a loftier perch. A pair of high-heeled shoes. Yesterday, you could mend a doll's broken leg with a hug. Tomorrow, you'll be able to break a young man's heart with a kiss. Yesterday, you could get lost 1 aisle away from me in a supermarket. And now I have to worry about losing you down another aisle to some strange young man. You see, just at the point when your growing pains stop, mine begin. Yesterday, you were a kind of a pain in the neck when you were around. Tomorrow, you'll be an ache in my heart when you're not. Tomorrow, you lay aside your skipping rope and tie up the telephone line, and that little boy who used to push you in the mud, well, he'll fight to sit out a dance with you. The clock downstairs is counting the minutes for you. The sky above is saving its brightest stars, and the sun is waiting with its shiniest day. Oh, I can't expect you to live in a doll's house forever. Sooner or later, butterfly sheds its cocoon, and the smallest bird must try its wings. But when you grow up and out of my arms, when you finally get too big for my shirts, I'll still recall how you used to scatter dust and dolls through every room of the house. But you spread sunshine too. Dust is settled, your mum picked up the dolls, but the sunshine will always fill the corners of our hearts. So here I am talking in your sleep, because if you saw this look on my face, you'd laugh. And if I spoke with this lump in my throat, I'd cry. Yes, honey, when I looked at you tonight, you were a sleeping beauty. So I tiptoed over and I kissed you. You didn't wake up. I knew you wouldn't. According to the legend, only the handsome young prince can open your eyes, and I'm just the father of the future bride. So you sleep on, pretty thing, because tomorrow you'll awake and you'll be a young woman. And you won't even realize that you've changed courses in the middle of a dream. But you might notice a little change in me. I look a little different somehow. A little sadder, a little wiser, but a whole lot richer. Tonight, I kiss the princess, and I feel like a king.
All right, welcome back, everybody. I'm just talking to somebody about my day job. As you can tell, this is not my day job. But I do love helping out every once in a while, and giving my bits of information, and then Kathleen puts me on the spot and says, prove it. So that kind of she calls my bluff every once in a while. So we do want to give some shouts out to some of the people who are shouting us out. Stacy Skinador, she is listening from her gorgeous day in Illinois. It's a gorgeous day here too, Stacy. Thanks for listening. Also, Sandra Raymond, who is listening in Plymouth. Mark Hurley is listening as well. Doesn't say where, but he is local, and he wishes Kathleen a happy birthday, which she said it was yesterday. So she said she had a wonderful day, so we can only imagine. And also shout out there to Tom O'Brien, who is also listening and also wishes Kathleen a happy birthday. Some of the events around town, St. Patrick's Day is coming, in case you didn't know, and there's a lot going on. Again, there's about to be a session here at the club today in an hour or so, so come on down if you have a nice Sunday afternoon. We have Tim behind the bar, so there's plenty to do here. Stroll in and out whenever you get the chance. But the parade is next Sunday. And the parade does start at, what time does the parade start now?
1 o'clock.
1 o'clock? Okay, so they'll be marching down Michigan Avenue at 1 o'clock. You can call the Gaelic League, and they can, if you would like to march with the Gaelic League, and they will fill you in on that kind of information. But do know that there will be, the Gaelic League will open at, 10 o'clock? Or open at 10 o'clock for parade day, with different entertainment all day long. And then on St. Patrick's Day, they're going to do it all over again. And I believe they open at 11 o'clock on St. Patrick's Day. So always go to the website and check out some of this information. But we do want people to know everything that's going on. Fish fries are in full swing. They even had one this past Friday, even with the bad weather. They did not cancel. So just do know that you can come down here and get a nice dinner. Anything that the club happens here at the club, pretty much it supports the club. So this is your club. Get involved and make sure that your dues are paid. Irish American dues are $25 for the year, and just know that is from January to December. It's not a 12-month thing. It is January to December. If you purchase it now, you will have to purchase again come January. But being a member has its benefits. That I believe.
Which she's going to mention right now, right?
But I believe that was an ad for somebody else, because we'll talk about the trivia later. Membership has its benefits, or something to that effect.
And privileges. Isn't it American Express?
Okay.
Yeah. There you go.
There you go. Okay. Bruce, have you been to a trivia? Have you been to pub quiz before?
Oh, shake that nonsense loose here. Yeah.
So, members who have a current membership card are, well, first of all, you can buy drinks. That's the main thing. You have to have a membership card to purchase drinks at the bar. But you will get in by showing your card. Again, we do have to obey all the fire laws as well, but show your membership card and you get in free on Parade Day and St. Patrick's Day.
You do have to have it on your person when you get here.
Yes, there is no way to look it up that you paid for it last week or that you mailed it in or any of those kind of things. You have to have this card on you. If you have lost it, I'm sure it can be replaced, but it has to be done now. It cannot be done on Parade Day or St. Patrick's Day. There is just too much going on. Okay, but you can go to the website and you can pay for this membership through PayPal, and but fees do apply. So keep all that in mind. Okay, so next Saturday night there is music down here. It's John L. Sullivan. He'll be playing starting at 8 o'clock. So if you want to start coming down, Friday night for the fish fry, Saturday for John L. Sullivan, Sunday is the parade. Pick your poison. You're going to have a good time no matter what, but it might depend on the crowd. Yeah, so pick the way you want to do it. Alrighty, so we're going to play some more music. And we're going to pep it up a little bit, and we're going to hear Redhead Mary by Patrick Feeney and Pretty Little Girl from Oma by Sean Cuddy.
While going to the fair of Dingle one fine morning last July, while going up the road
up before me, a red-haired girl I chanced to spy. I went up to her, says I, young lady, a donkey he will carry too. Well, seeing as how you have a donkey to dingle fair, I'll ride with you. Now when we reached the town of Dingle, I took her hand to say goodbye. When I think a man stood up beside me, I felt it me in my left eye. Keep your hands up, red-haired Mary, her and I will soon be wed. We'll see the priest this very morning, tonight we'll lie in a married bed. Feeling kind of peevish, my poor eye was sad and sore. So I tapped him gently with me hobnail, and he fell back through Murphy's door. A policeman came around the corner and told me I had broke the law. And then the donkey kicked him in the kneecap, and he fell down and broke his jaw. Then he went off to find his brother, the biggest man you ever did meet. And he gently tapped me with his knuckles, and I was minus 2 front teeth. Keep your hands up, red-haired Mary, her and I will soon be wed. We'll see the priest this very morning, tonight we'll lie in a married bed. Girl, she kept on smiling. I go with you, young man, she said. We'll forget the priest this very morning, tonight we'll lie in Murphy's shed. Now through the town we rode together, my black guy and her red hair, smiling gaily at the tinkers, and the God were a handsome pair. Oh, take your hands up, red-haired Mary, her and I will soon be wed. We'll forget the priest this very morning, tonight we'll lie in Murphy's shed. Take your hands up, red-haired Mary, her and I will soon be wed. We'll forget the priest this very morning, tonight we'll lie in Murphy's shed.
There's a pretty little girl I call my own, the sweetest rose that Ireland's ever grown. And as sure as the moon and stars are above, I'm falling head over heels in love. The pretty little girl from Omagh in the county of Tyrone. There's cute little girls in Ostraban, they're just as pretty in Monaghan. This to every roving eye's known. But I guess that I'd be out of bounds, 'cause there between the northern towns, the pretty little girl from Omagh in the county of Tyrone. She wears my ring and tells her friends she's going to marry me. But best of all, she tells them all she's happy as can be. Oh, lucky me. Well, I don't know what you've done to me, there's nothing else my eyes can see but the pretty little girl from Omagh in the county of Tyrone. 'Twas down in the south in Ultramore, I recall that yellow dress she wore. He ran along the shore there all alone. I guess it was your lucky day when she went there on a holiday. The pretty little girl from Omagh in the county of Tyrone. She wears my ring and tells her friends she's going to marry me. But best of all, she tells them all she's lucky me. Well, I don't know what you done to me. There's nothing else my eyes can see but the pretty little girl from Omagh in the county of Tyrone. That pretty little girl from Omagh in the county of Tyrone.
Alrighty, so I noticed in the notes here, if you are paying via PayPal based on, the membership we just talked about, how you can do it PayPal. If you are doing it via PayPal, the last date to get it in time for Parade Day is March 5th. So please, if you're thinking of purchasing it, that's today. So you've been warned. Alrighty, I'd like to mention the other wonderful radio shows that are on this CRB radio. You start on Saturday night, Saturday, with Matt O'Donnell and the Emerald Isle Express from 1 to 4. He's on Studio 2. On Sunday morning, you can start your day with Johnny Costello and the Rebel Rooster from 10 to noon. He's on Studio 1. Then later in the day, you'll listen to Kathleen O'Neill and Bruce Smith doing the Detroit Irish Radio, and sometimes somebody fills in. And that's from 1 to 3 on Studio 2 as well. And then we round out your weekend, because it's never over till it's over. On Monday, you have Patrick Johnson with the Irish Music Cafe from 4 to 6, and he's on Studio 1. And he was the leader of the band here. He's the mafia leader that got us all together for this green wave of the cave, so we have to thank Patrick for that. So then the next thing that Bruce has told me I've just talked too much. We need to get some of this music playing. So I know, really, did you ever thought anybody would say Sheila talked too much? I never heard such a thing. Okay, so I do want to mention, I mentioned the fish fries are taking place right now. So if, you can come down, you can get your feed, and then you can start dancing at the 𝐾𝐿E lessons and work that off. They got it all here. It's all going on. If you really connect the dots, it's all going on. So you can get the feed, have a few drinks, and you can also join the 𝐾𝐿E lessons that are here every Friday night at the Gaelic League starting at 8 p.m. All are welcome, and no experience is needed. No partner is needed. So classes start at 8:30 during Lent. Just to keep that in mind, because they do try to, some people might be eating out in the hall, and they just try to get it cleaned up for you. So, yeah, you got a little leeway. People like me, I still say 8 o'clock so that I'm not here on time. Alrighty, he told me to stop.
I never said that you talk too much. Stop that, Sheila.
You implied it. I saw it in your eyes.
Oh, no.
Okay, so we're going to play a couple more songs. Basically, when I get to do this, Kathleen has to plan. When I do this, it's just like, what's my favorite songs? And or songs that make me think of something. And the next song we're going to play is Spancel Hill, and that was my grandmother, my Sligo grandmother's favorite song. My grandmother loved Spancel Hill. And we're going to hear that from the Corb folk. And then we're going to go to Old Flames by Foster and Allen. And my dad used to like Foster and Allen, but my mom likes that song. And I was playing it for her recently by somebody else, and she said she likes Foster and Allen, so it's going on by Foster and Allen.
Last night as I lay dreaming of pleasant days gone by, me mind being bent on rambling, to Ireland I did fly. I stepped on board a vision and I followed with the wind. Well, and shortly I came to anchor at the cross at Spancel Hill. It being the 23rd of June, the day before the fair, when Ireland's sons and daughters in crowds assembled there. The young, the old, the brave and the bold, in their duty to fulfill. There were jovial conversations at the fair at Spancel Hill. I paid a flying visit to my first and only love. She's as white as any lily, as gentle as a dove. She threw her arms around me saying, Johnny, I love you still. As she's Ned, the farmer's daughter, and
the flower of Spansel Hill. Oh, I dreamed I held and kissed her, just like in Bessie Yore. Now, Johnny, you're only joking, as many a time before. For the cock, it crew in the morning, it crew both loud and shrill. I awoke in California, yea, 20 miles from Spansel Hill.
Downtown tonight, I saw an old friend, someone whom I used to take comfort from long before I met you. I caught a spark from her eye, a forgotten desire. With a word or a touch, Lord, I could have rekindled that fire. But old flame can't hold a candle to you. No one can light up the night like you do. Flickering embers of love, I've known one or two. But old flame can't hold a candle to you. Sometimes at night I think of the lovers I've known, and I remember how holding them helped me not feel so alone. Then I feel you beside me, and even their memories are gone, like stars in the night, lost in the sweet light of dawn. But old flame can hold a candle to you. No one can light up the night like you do. Flickering embers of love, I've known one or two. But old flame can hold a candle to you. Old flame can hold a candle to you. No one can light up the night.
Okay, so a few more announcements on some of the stuff that's coming up. Starts on Friday, March 10th, is the movie called The Quiet Girl. It is Kate, a quiet, neglected girl, is sent away from her dysfunctional family to live with her mother's relatives for the summer. Though she has never met them before, she blossoms in their care. Yet in this house where affection grows and there are meant to be no secrets, she discovers one painful truth. So it's from Ireland. It's been nominated for Best International Feature Academy Award, and those are coming up soon too. I don't follow any of that stuff. I think I heard it one day. But if you want to get a jump start on that, because you know all those movies nobody's heard of always win something. So if you want to get a jump start on that, that is taking place at Cinema Detroit, which is located at 4126 3rd Street. It's in the Wayne State District, you're telling me, yeah. So look that up, Cinema Detroit, and the name of the movie is The Quiet Girl, starting Friday, March 10th. Something else that's coming up is the St. Patrick's St. Joseph's Day, the 17th annual St. Patrick's St. Joseph's Party. It's on Saturday, March 11th. Doors open at 6 p.m., dinners served at 8. Dancing to 11. This is at the Century Banquet Center. It's located within the American Polish Century Club, and that's located at 33204 Maple Lanes, which is 14 Mile and Hoover, Sterling Heights. There will be Polish and Irish music, Polish and Irish dancing. It's $30 per person, and this is pre-parade. So there, it does say only to 11, so you will be home in plenty of time to get into bed for the parade, which happens on the 12th. Keep mentioning that like nobody knows. Okay, on the 13th, which is March 13th, Monday, the Queen of the United Irish Societies is hosting a luncheon at Slow's Barbecue. Limited seats are available. It doesn't give me a price here. This one's very vague. So it says this luncheon is to honor the dignitaries that are visiting from County Cork that will be here for our parade. So if you have any questions to this, I cannot help you. So how about we advise you to go to www.queen, wait, help me out here, you think that's queenofUIS.com?
That's a good question. I don't know.
I believe Kathleen, who's listening,
Hey, Kathleen, we're going to
wrote this really fast. Okay?
What does it say, Queen?
Yeah.
It looks like a D, doesn't it?
It looks like a D, but I'm thinking it's a of. I'm thinking it's an of. Live radio, everybody. Live radio. And then the other thing is UIS Queen at G. Oh, okay. Okay, so more information about the luncheon at Slow's on March 13th. Go to www.queenofUIS.com. Queen of. We've just discussed this.
Queen D. It's Queen D.
Queen D?
Yeah, I said D.
Oh.
Queen D UIS.
Okay. Back it up. Okay.
D like Detroit.
I'm assuming, yeah. Okay. www.queenduis.com.
To make it confusing.
Yes. And or you can send an email at uisqueen@gmail.com. So, yeah, if you're still confused like I am.
Me too.
Okay, so we're going to play a few more songs here. And If Tomorrow Never Comes by Ronan Keating, what band was he in, Aoife? You're my backup here? He was in Boyzone. He made it kind of famous with Boyzone, but he went on his own. He was featured in some films with some songs in Notting Hill and that kind of stuff that was in the 90s or what have you, but he's done judging and voicing and all that kind of stuff, both coaching on some of these what are these shows? America's Got Talent type shows. These X Factor type shows. Yeah, I think he was in Australia though for some reason. Also, my Aoife here, her favorite, Niall Horan, is going to be a host on what show? He's going to be on The Voice. He's going to be a judge or a.
He's going to be a judge.
Okay, on The Voice, which is starting when? Monday.
You need to have a microphone.
Sit close. Okay.
At 8, I believe.
Monday at 8 for anybody who watches The Voice or any of those kind of shows. Niall Horan, who started out in One Direction. He is my favorite direction, as I always tell Aoife. He's my favorite direction. He is now grown up. He is now a judge. Okay, so I got off a little subject. So the next song that we're going to hear after that is, as I was telling Bruce this story, it's called We Got the World, and it's by Mickey Joe Hart. This was one of, what do you call it? He represented Ireland at the Eurovision Song Contest.
It was a failed entry.
It was one of the worst representations they ever had, vote-wise. It was placement. It was one of the worst things. Yet, as I showed Bruce a video clip, it's an anthem back in Ireland. And I was telling Bruce myself, I was in New York last year for a Sligo versus New York game, and we were at a nightclub. Pub one night and the DJ was playing, and I'm telling you, the bar just started chanting this song. So when someone called it an anthem, it really is. You hear this and people just will sing along. So here is probably the best, worst song ever. And that's by, like I said, Mickey Joe Hart.
She stands under moonlight. She touches her hair. Her smile lights emotion, and her love fills the air. And I know you're my every tomorrow, and I know that you'll always be there. We've got the world tonight. Let's hold on together. And we've got a love that's right. So open your heart. tomorrow, and I know that you'll always be there. We've got the world tonight. Let's hold on together. And we've got a love that's right. So open your heart. We've got the world tonight. Let's hold on together. And we've got a love that's right. So open your heart. Ask me why the sun and the moon go round. Ask me why my feet never touch the ground. Tell the truth, you take my breath away. We've got the world tonight. We've got the world tonight. Let's hold on together. And we've got a love that's right. So open your heart. We've got the world tonight. Let's hold on together. 'Cause we've got tonight.
All right, we want to give a few more shout outs. We'd like to recognize Eileen Maloney. Hi, Eileen. You and I have more talking to do. We saw each other at the parade fundraiser last week. Jeff Bush. I know who you are, Jeff. We thank you for all you do as well. You're a unsung hero around here. Kathy Wade, Angela Ryan. We appreciate you two listening as well. Unfortunately, now comes the point where we have to talk some sad news. We got the word last night that Tony Johnston died. I don't have any particulars as it just happened last night. It will be in Windsor papers, so hopefully we'll get some more information to shed. I remember Tony as a young child being down here. He was very involved when it was the library in the back, and he always liked to give some recitation. Didn't appreciate it at the time as a small child, of course, but I just remember he was always good to me, always kind to me. He also used to come to the pub quizzes, which, again, there will be a pub quiz on March 19th. But he used to come to the pub quizzes. They did very well. They won quite a bit, Tony's team. Very intelligent man, as along with his team, very intelligent people. But Tony would make a point at the end, before he left, to come over and individually thank me and whoever was co-hosting. Was it Ellen back in the day, the co-host we had, or Marie? And he always made a point to thank us. And you know, we do these things because we like to do them, as Kathleen does, the show. But that nice little thank you always goes a long way. And so I always think of Tony as such a nice, kind, smart man, and he certainly will be missed around here. So again, look out. I'm sure we'll be sharing some information for anybody who'd like to send condolences or that nature, maybe attend any kind of service that will be held for him. So keep an eye out for that. Unfortunately, again, passing of Tony Johnston from Derry. So the next songs we're going to listen to, we're going to send these out to Mary, our other technician. We have Bruce beside me being the technician. Then we have Mary, the other technician.
Or she's our Facebook technician.
She's keeping us connected and helping keeping you connected. We appreciate Mary immensely. She does a lot of behind-the-scenes work, and that takes a lot of time too. So Mary, these are for you, some of your favorites. Clare Island, Saw Doctors, some of your favorites. And then we're going to have Galway to Graceland. Can't think of that without thinking of you and Roxanne. So this goes out to you two fine ladies.
Clare Island, summer stars are in the sky. kissing on the strand. Take our clothes off in the moonlight, skinny dipping hand in hand. We'll start drinking in the twilight, keep it up until the dawn. Both the bars because there's no guards. Take our names and send us home. Will you meet me on Clare Island? Summer stars are in the sky. Get the ferry in the dark. She was beautiful. She was pretty and pink like a young girl again. 20 years married, she never thought twice. She sneaked out the door and walked into the night. So wings carried her over the sea, from the west coast of Ireland to West Tennessee, to be with her sweetheart. Well, she left everything. She went from Galway to Greeceland to be with the king. She dressed in the dark. She was pretty well. She was pretty and pink like a young girl. That's when he is married. She never thought twice. She sneaked out the door and walked into the night. So he's carried her over the sea, on the west coast of Ireland to West Tennessee. She'd be with her sweetheart, and she left everything. She went away to Greeceland to be with the king. Here we go! 1, 2, 3, hey!
And we're back. If you can hear in the background, the session has already started. So come on down. There's plenty of time for that. That goes on for a few hours. But we have people walking through already. I just talked to Tom Loftus. He is our pizza man, and he wants to remind everybody that on Saturday nights, March 11th, 18th, and 25th are in the books right now for him. He is doing the pizzas. It is handmade. It is all natural products or whatever. It's not a frozen pizza just heated up. He is making these by hand, and so come on down on a Saturday night, enjoy some great entertainment, and you can get a pizza while you're here. So for more information, you can always contact the club, but you know what, stroll in and find out. That's how the best things happen, because guess who just strolled in? Kathleen Partica. I think I say your name wrong. That's why I hesitated. And actually, we're probably going to be playing a Donegal song soon. So I was just saying, all these connections keep going on. But Kathleen happened to stroll in, and she has some information for us. So please share.
Thank you, Sheila. Hello, everybody. I just want to remind everybody that we have our annual Children's Easter Party on Saturday, April 1st from noon to 2 p.m. And we do a lot of different things, games, crafts, dye Easter eggs, decorate cookies, and the Easter Bunny comes, the most favorite part of everything. So please give me a call at 586-604-2088 and tell me the name of your children and their name of your children and their ages, so I have appropriate things for them for their baskets. So that's, once again, it's 586-604-2088. And if you could do that by March 24th, so I know ahead of time, so I'm not at the last minute running around like a crazy woman.
Oh, you'll still be late doing that.
We won't know who you are if you're not running around.
Matter of fact, she just came in here and she says, "How long are you guys going to be?" I have Dan on a ladder. So.
I know that's where all the Easter stuff is, so I'm going to take care of all those crafts and everything, get everything ready for the kids. It's always so fun to be with all the children. They're just so excited.
It brings everything to life, and
Yes.
it's great to see. And
Yes.
again, it keeps this club ready for the next generation.
Absolutely. Bring on the next generation.
Yes.
That's what we want to see.
Yes, exactly.
Thank you so much for letting me do this.
All right, thank you, and thank you for doing what you do. All you do. She has her hand in everything too, so. As we were just saying offline, like you just say Kathleen and half the building turns around. So she's one of those. You say, Kathleen, I need your help, and everyone turns around. So let's see. We're going to go into some more music. I do want to mention that last song that we played, Galway to Graceland, we played that by All Folked Up. They performed recently at the AOH in Redford Township. And unfortunately, since then, they lost a member of their band in a car crash. So don't know the status of that band, but they were very, very good to see live. Really, really enjoyed them. So speaking of that, this coming Wednesday, March 8th, the Druids will be in concert at the AOH as well. And it is $25 in advance. The concert will start at 7 p.m. So if you are looking to purchase tickets, you can contact Sue Nichols at smcnichols120 at sbcglobal.net, or you can call 248-345-7761. I might add that the doors open at 6, so the concert does start at 7. It is on a Wednesday. They're probably trying to get everybody home in time to go to work the next day. So keep that in mind. Doors open at 6. Food is available to purchase, but the concert starts at 7. Okay, we're going to get back into some music here. And I asked my husband what he wanted to hear, and he said he wanted to hear good old Joe Dolan, and so he picked Good Looking Woman. Joe Dolan was kind of known as the Irish Elvis, but people think he's more like a Tom Jones. Also, we're going to hear Old Maid in the Garret, and that's by Brush Shields. And that's going to go out to Mary Gibbons. She was looking for a song. I couldn't find it, but she loves Brush, so we're playing Old Maid in the Garret by Brush Shields for Mary Gibbons.
When God created a woman for me, He must have been in a beautiful mood to show the world what a woman could be. When He created a woman like you, He made the sunshine right out of your eyes.
summer breeze in your sighs, so you could breathe summer into the air. Wow, me oh my, you make me sigh. You're such a good-looking woman. When people stop and people stare, you know it fills my heart with pride. You watch their eyes, they're so surprised to think you've fallen out of heaven. And if you listen to what they're talking about who's walking about with an angel at his side. Up there in heaven, I bet they are mad. I bet somebody will wanna know why the most incredible angel they had was found to be quite unable to fly. Do you know what they had forgotten to do? Up there where they make all those heavenly things, they made an angel as lovely as you, but they'd forgotten to fit you with wings. Wow, me oh my, you make me sigh. You're such a good-looking woman. When people stop, when people stare, you know it fills my heart with pride. You watch their eyes, they're so surprised they think you've fallen out of heaven. And if you listen to what they're talking about who's walking about with an angel at his side. Whoa! Good-looking woman, oh, yeah. You're such a good-looking woman.
Oh, I have often heard it said by me father and me mother that going to a wedding was the making of another. If that's the way it is, then I'll go without a bidding. Just let kind providence send me to a wedding, and it's oh dear me. How would it be if I died an old maid in a garret? Now there's me sister Jean, she's neither handsome nor good looking, scarcely 16, and the fella she was courting. Now she's 25 with a son and a daughter, and here am I 45, nearly ready for the slaughter, and it's oh dear me. How would it be if I died an old maid in a garret? I can sew and I can keep the house right tidy. Get up in the morning and make the breakfast early. There's nothing in this world that would make me feel more cheery than a wee fat man here would call me his own dearie, and it's all dear me. How would it be if I died an old maid in a garret? Come landsman or come townsman, come thinker or come tailor, come fiddler or dancer, come ploughboy or come sailor, come rich man, come poor man, come fool or come witty, come any man at all that will marry me for pity, and it's oh dear me. How would it be if I died an old maid in a garret? Often heard it said by me father and me mother that going to a wedding is the making of another. Well, if that's the way it is, then I'll go without a bidding. Just let kind providence send me to a wedding, and it's oh dear me. How would it be if I died an old maid in a garret? like a love from Skates, it's in the fellowship was scored, now it's 25, it's from around ahead, and white body playing on incredible style, and it's all game, they have to be when you're
Okay, well, we're coming to the end of the show. Again, I was kind of stressed out and probably stressed Bruce out. And now we're running out of stuff to... we have plenty of stuff, but we're running out of time and don't know how this always happens, but it does. It just shows you what a good time we're having. So one of the next songs I want to play is another kind of up-and-coming I don't know. I've known of him for a few years. His name's Dermot Kennedy. Could you look up his tour date? He's going to be playing here. He's going to be playing at, where is he playing though? He's going to be playing here in Detroit June 9th. And, but when we were just in Ireland, like if you listen to just regular 2FM or whatever, any kind of regular radio show, he was on at least once an hour, any Dermot Kennedy song. He's known as a bit of some people are liking him to Ed Sheeran, but I don't see that connection whatsoever either. They call him a bit of a poet. So some people might find this song a bit unusual, but Dermot Kennedy's from Dublin. He's all over Ireland right now. Just, like I said, you cannot turn the radio on without hearing him. And he is going to be playing here in Detroit at the Meadowbrook Amphitheater on June 9th. We have tickets, so hopefully we'll see y'all there. I do really enjoy him. So that's something to somebody. And then, what did we decide after that? We're going to go out with Rocky Road to Dublin, but the session has moved, and they're over closer to us, so they'll probably put us out as well. Just in case we don't get back to talk to you, we really enjoyed having you all listening to us today, or when you do listen to us. And we'd like to see y'all again soon. Hopefully we see everybody in the next few weeks with all the festivities coming up. Check the Detroit Gaelic League of Detroit website for all these functions that are coming up, and keep in touch, and hopefully we'll all see y'all soon. Maybe we'll hear from you again in the next minute or so.
In the merry month of June, when first from home I started, left the girls in tune, so sad and broken hearted, saluted father dear, kissed me darling mother and drank a pint of beer, grief and tears to smother, then off to reap the corn, lay where I was born, caught a stout black thorn to banish ghost, and gobble and bought a pair of brogues, rattle over the bogs, frightened all the dogs on the rocky road to Dublin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hunt the hare and turn her down the rocky road, all the ways to Dublin, 𝐼𝐵𝐿 ran. They were rehearsing. When in Mullingar that night I rested limbs so weary, started by daylight, spirits bright and airy, took a drop of the pure, kept me heart from sinking, that's the paddy's cure. Harry's on for drinking to see the lassie smile, laughing all the while at me curious style, would set your heart to bubble and asked if I ever heard wages I required. I was almost tired of the rocky road to Dublin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hunt the hare and turn her down the rocky road, all the ways to Dublin, 𝐼𝐵𝐿 ran. When in Dublin next arrived, I thought it'd be a pity to be so soon deprived of view of that fine city. So then I took a stroll down among the quality bundle it was stowed in a neat locality. Something crossed me mind when I looked behind. No bundle could I find upon me stick. A wobbling inquired and after the road said me corner broke wasn't much in vogue on the rocky road to Dublin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hunt the hare and turn her down the rocky road, all the ways to Dublin, 𝐼𝐵𝐿 ran. Well, from there I got away, me spirits never fail, and landed on the quay just as the ship was sailing. Captain at me roared, said that Norham had he. When I jumped aboard a cabin found for Paddy, down among the pigs, played some hearty rigs, danced some hearty jigs, the water round me bubbling. When I fall head, wish myself was dead, better far instead on the rocky road to Dublin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hunt the hare and turn her down the rocky road, all the ways to Dublin, 𝐼𝐵𝐿 ran. Well, the boys at Liverpool, went me safely landed, called myself a fool, I could no longer stand it, blood began to boil, temper I was losing, poor old Ardenside. They began abusing the rammy sounds as I shillelagh I let fly, Galway boys were by, saw I was a hobbling with the Leabhar array, giant in the affray, quickly clear the way through the rocky road to Dublin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hunt the hare and turn her down the rocky road, all the ways to Dublin, 𝐼𝐵𝐿